Alrighty folks, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for all of you that have watched this far. Thanks for clicking on this video. Hope it's of some interest. So I wanted to thank each and every one of you subscribers. I do really appreciate you guys. Although I do not have a lot, I do have some. So it does count for something. But anyways, I really appreciate you guys. So I want to talk a little bit about my website. And I have never showed you guys this and how to easily do it. But obviously, if any of you have a computer, phone, whatever, all you got to do, go into your search bar and you will type in www dot, and you can even, here, I'll make it simple. Just type in ARC and DIY. So just type in ARC and DIY, hit search, and something should pop up. So right here, so the first thing that came up was my website. You click on there. So there we go. Now you come over here, and on your phone it's a little different. On your phone you're going to have to go on, there'll be some 3 little lines or whatever there is. You click on that and then shop will be in there, but you want to find shop and click on that. Right here's all my stuff. If you click on it, it'll show the different colors. Or not click on it, just kind of scroll over it. It'll kind of go over a few different colors and styles. But anyways, I got a flag, bunch of different cups, glasses, Christmas ornaments, hoodies, all kinds of hats. And I really like these hoodies. Pretty simple. You just go on there, click on that, select your size, your color, how many you want. Obviously everybody's going to want 10 of them. And then you add to cart. Boom. I didn't select my size. Here we go. Let's say Carolina blue. I really like that color. Now add to cart. And I'm sure most of you know how to operate an online website where you shop. You find what you want and then you add it to cart and then you pay for it. And that's all I'm saying here is, when you add something to the cart, then you just have to check out. Like, it's just that little bit more. You check out and I get your money. You know what I'm saying? So, if you do that and you put 10 things on the cart, you definitely want to check out. So I get all that money from you. But no, I'm just messing. So, it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple website, put together by yours truly. But anyways, I have just put the hoodies on there. So something I'm going to be working on is a lot more stuff that I built that I want to put on here. Right now I just have a lot of merch because it's easy. So anyways, I got cut off on my phone here. So where I was at is I'm trying to build more stuff or put more stuff on my website that I built. And right here is some of the things that I put together and built and put on here. All that, really cool stuff. I did reduce my prices like a lot, and right now you can get 10% off if you use promo code FALLOFF10, and you put that in the area there. When you go on the cart and you go to checkout, you can enter the promo code in where it says to put your coupon code or whatever. But that should be pretty simple to find out. But anyways, that's what's going on right now. Coming in the future, you know, I'll have a lot more stuff that I built on here, and I'm, you know, going to have my prices lower, obviously. So I'm going to have all the links in the description, and, you know, I'll write everything on in captions and stuff, such as the code. That way you guys can remember and everything. That way, when you go on to buy something, you get 10% off. You know, what better deal than that is to get 10% off. So I'm going to have other deals coming up in November. So, you know, we're going to be doing Black Friday. Christmas is going to be coming up. So you might see some bigger, you know, discounts coming up on that. So stay tuned. We got pretty good video coming up. It's just a lot of, you know, fall things that, you know, at the end of summer, mid fall, where we're putting everything, you know, together, preparing for winter. So with all that being said, let's get right into the video. Day one home from vacation, or day two, either way. But this is apple cider, and I'm doing it without an apple cider press because I don't have one. But I had a pretty good sized box. It was a little bigger than that, full of apples. We chopped them up and sent them through the grinder. Then I sent them through the grinder again, got more juice. Now I'm getting ready to put them in here and squeeze the rest of the juice out. And I have this small tube on here. This is a sausage stuffer, but I have a small tube on there so that this stuff can't go through there very nice, and that way it'll just push most of the juice out. If this one's too much, then I got a couple of them over there that I can do some bigger ones. I have two more sizes here that I can put on if that one doesn't work. This big one here might be the best, but get as much juice from it as possible. I don't know if it works actually. We're gonna try it out there. Pretty nifty setup. And then Rachel was she took all the tomatoes that we got from the garden when we come home, and she put them on there. She sliced them, put them on there, seasoned them, baked them, and then blended them, and then freezered them, put them in the freezer. So yeah, pretty cool. Alrighty, so we are done. So the amount of apples that we had would have probably been this bin, you know, nice mound, big nice round mound on there. But it went from that. I cut everything, took out the bad stuff, ground it, and then I had this one and that one fall with this stuff. And then from there, so everything that ran through there, then I kind of took the strainer, put it on here, and then kind of mashed everything because my stuffer didn't work too good. I kind of figured it wouldn't, but figured I'd try it at least. I mashed all that stuff in a little bit at a time through a strainer, and with the juice just from the grinding and a little bit of squeezing is that stuff. And then all the rest of the stuff I ran through it again, and then I came out with this small one and that small one instead of this one and that one. So it's slowly diminishing. So then after I ran everything through I strained this juice through the cloth, and then I put one of these in the cloth and squeezed it. So out of both of those that I squeezed, I got this much juice. So it's probably 3/4. It's almost as much as what I had just from the normal squeezing and stuff. So I mean, we got, I don't know, probably 3 gallons almost. I would say about 3 gallons of cider from just this little mound of apples. Not quite sure how many apples it was actually. Like, was it a half a bushel? I don't know. But yeah, made apple cider, and I had some, and it's pretty good. but I'm gonna strain all of it one more time, and then I'm gonna jug it and put it in the refrigerator or the freezer. I'm not sure like what all kinds of jugs I have, so it'll probably just be in this container, that container, and whatever. So worked out pretty good. This is how much cider we ended up with then. Had to empty some of these, like this one. And these two had lemonade in them. Then I washed that one that we had on a shelf, and this is how much was left over to put in there then. And this one and this one I'm gonna freeze. And these 2 wine bottles, that's not a wine bottle, but this one is. And this we're gonna have in the refrigerator to drink. Out here picking potatoes, or digging potatoes. Right there's the end. And here's the start. This is where we started, right here. We got, I don't know, maybe 14 inches that we dug. That's how many potatoes that we got. Pretty cool. Some of them are pretty big. They look delicious. But yeah, we're making our way through here, and they're just kind of in there everywhere. Hopefully they're that thick all the way through there, because we'll have a huge box full if we do. Pretty cool. So that's all the potatoes that we picked. We decided to just pick these, eat them, and then leave the rest for a little bit later. They're just to where we can leave them for another week or two before we pick them. And this here just came out of about a 14-inch section. 14 or 18-ish, somewhere in there. But yeah, we have a lot of potatoes in there. So I'm pretty sure we would have filled that thing, but we're gonna probably fill it yet when we keep picking. We'll have to wait till then. Alrighty folks, it's a beautiful evening, afternoon, late afternoon, whatever you want to call it. You can see I did some digging here, and I finished digging up the potatoes. I didn't really get as many as I thought we might. Like clear at the beginning we were getting a pile of them, but I guess once I put the rest in there, I mean, we would have been at like half of this big box full, which is, you know, quite a few potatoes for the short, what is it, 16-foot row, I think. It's not the longest row, but we produced quite a few potatoes, so everything else did pretty good. Watermelons are coming right along. I think there's one right there, hiding right there. The beans are still popping off beans. Got some tomatoes that are still popping, and some peppers. Cucumber's been gone for a while. So another thing I want to show you guys, we'll leave my trusty potatoes behind. I'm sure they'll stay there. So this is a crab apple tree, and it is loaded with little crab apples. Now I researched, and that's how I figured out that this is crab apples, and they are edible depending what you get. You might, like, some of these are so ripe that they're like actually squishy. You can just squish them, but those are probably not very good. But these right here, I don't swallow the peelings and stuff, but if you squeeze, you get a nice juice. It's like an apple flavor, but it's really good. I've been doing this for a while, and I didn't die yet, so really good. Slightly sour. but very tasty, I'm telling you. I'd like to have a lot more fruit trees eventually, but that's obviously, you know, next year. So plans are next year up here to have a bigger garden and get rid of this one, you know, maybe do something else here, and then for sure have a big garden up there. So we're thinking maybe like upgrade to like a 20 by 30 instead of a, what is this? I think it's like a 25 by 14 or something like that. But it'll be a little bigger, more square, have a nice fence, but we'll video that. So obviously that's in the future too. But anyways, we're gonna check out. It's fall, guys. Got the sun shining, got the leaves falling. It's hunting season, and I'll be hunting right back there. Coming up soon. Piggies are growing. Potatoes are dug. Beans are pulled. The tomatoes are going to be the last, and the peppers. Pick these watermelons tonight, and they are ripe. Right there's proof. Big old rind. And the puppy dog. Anyways, I'm gonna pull this, see if the pigs eat it. Then I'm gonna go feed the piggies. And my water's running over. But yeah, garden is starting to look empty, and my water's still overflowing. It's supposed to rain, so this weekend I'm gonna try to use as much of this gross water as possible. I've only been using it to water the piggies, so they love water, especially when it's this dry. So yipper, fall is my favorite season. But anyways, something I want to get rid of is that thing. Smoked some ribs last night and grilled them, but I want to get rid of that thing and get a gas one, and then I gotta put wheels on that and put it in the garage, and I can store all my garden stuff in there and open up the deck. So yipper, we're gonna go put that there so it floats. Well, let me feed them first. So I got some corn out, and I got some good daylight pictures of a group of doe coming out in the morning. So I'm gonna choose a morning, figure out which morning they're coming out, pick that morning, and then I'm gonna probably take that morning off work. There you go, piggies. But yeah, they're getting big. Pretty soon ripe for the harvest, which is what's gonna be. And then I'll go and smooth this field out and replant the seeds. And big old boogers. Hey. It's touching the fence. It was touching the fence, so it was shocking. But anyways, I'll post that hunt, whether I get something or not. But so it might be boring, but you just have to watch it to find out if I shoot a deer or not. So here, a place called the Woolly Piggy. It's a local place. Pretty cool. We can go, there's a food truck here, barbecue food. Go and get some, taste the beer, and it's pretty good stuff. Maybe take a jug home too.
You almost need that water though.